We're going to start off today with a horse video, and we're going to start right here. I always make kind of the eye notch where the eye is on the side of the face, and then you come down into a long nose. Then I leave a little bitty gap, about this far, and start drawing again. And you make a little loop, another little loop. Then you bring your line down and you're going to make the lip area of the horse. Back up, and this will be his mouth. So this will be the eye, the long part of the nose, a continuation of that nose. This will be the nostril, the lips, and the mouth area. Then you're going to come down here, and this will be the bottom lip. And you want to take it up like this and do a little extra line right here like that. So then you're going to want to go back to this area that you left vacant here, and you will draw a line all the way around and down the bottom. This is going to be part of the halter. You want to bump up right here to draw your little halter line, because it's not going to be flat against the nose. It's going to have some depth to it here, so you want to bump it up to show that depth. And then you can go ahead and take the halter on around, stop about right here, leave another gap, and then bring your halter on around and underneath of the chin there. Okay, so then you can go up to the top and go ahead and make some hair on the front of the horse, just like this, on his forehead area. And you can kind of do tendrils any way you'd like. And then you take them back up to your original starting point, just like that. So what you'll do next is draw the ear, which is kind of a teardrop shape, just like this. And then you're going to want to draw the second ear over here, a little bit shorter because it's behind it. Again, another teardrop shape. And I like to go ahead and put the inside of the ear, just like this. Okay, and then you can come back here and start the neck. Just kind of leave it right at that point there. And you can always add extra kind of tendrils of hair anywhere in here that you'd like. You can leave this to color once you're done drawing it. Next, I would move to my eye. So you're going to go about right here, and you're going to do a big almond shape eye, just like this. Okay, and you'll put a big brown eye inside like that. And I always like to do a little kind of elongated triangle here and color it around it, and that kind of shows just a glimmer of light in the eye. Kind of gives it a little depth, a little reality there. Then you continue to color in the actual eyeball part. You can put a few eyelashes on the bottom. Horses tend to have pretty long eyelashes. So next I would go ahead and put some depth into his nose. So I would start about this corner of his eye here, and I would bring a line down straight like this. Then you can go over here to the edge of the side of his nose, his face here, silhouette, and draw another little line straight down. Now these are going to kind of symbolize the bone structure of the horse, and you'll carry it on down to the bottom here. I always like to put a little bit of shading in because there's some variation there in the horse's nose as far as the depth of it, the contours of his nose. So you want to do that, and then going over to this side, also do a little depth, a little shading over here. And you can continue it on down a little bit onto his lips here. And you can even separate his lips kind of like this with a little crease there. And then you can go up here around his eye, where his second eye, the back side here, is going to be. And you can do a little shading here. Makes it more prominent that this is where his eye is on the other side. Just like that. And then you can come back here to his halter, and we can continue that. You're just going to want to take it upward toward his eye on both sides, like this. And then I would go up here to the top behind his ear, and again go ahead and bring that downward. Again, for the depth of the halter, you want to notch up a little bit because it's not flat against the horse's head, and you can bring that down just like that. So right here I would stop because we're going to have to add another section into the halter for the bottom of the horse's chin, neck area here. So I go down and I would continue the horse's face upward, and he has jaw here that will protrude down a little bit. So you're going to continue the horse's bottom chin upward, and then it's going to come into kind of a cheek right here. And we need to finish that before we put the halter on. So then we'll come back up here to the halter, and we will take it down around this cheek area right here, and then we'll bring it back up. So that's where the halter goes underneath of the horse's chin. So we're going to need to put a little buckle here and put the inside of the buckle, little notch, and then we'll take this and bring down where the bridle goes through itself here at the buckle. Make a couple little dots. Then you can finish this here. Then we'll go back down here to where these two connect, and we'll make a little connection piece. It's usually a little ring or something of that sort in this area. And then we can go right here on the nose, where they usually also have one of these buckles, and we'll go ahead and make that. So we'll do a little buckle right here, and inside we'll put a little loop and a notch. Again, we'll take the belt part through this buckle, make a couple little hole marks to make that more realistic. And then we can come down and do the nostril. So you're going to do just kind of a loop right here and take a tail up from the top of the loop. So loop around and up. You can shade this in a little bit, make it a little bit larger if it's not as big as you'd like. Okay, and now we'll go up here to the back of the halter, and you can put hair that tendrils down this direction or that goes back toward the other way. So I'm going to do some hair that goes back, with just some couple easy little bumps like that. And then we'll take the back of the horse's neck and continue it on down. So you can shade this hair, you can kind of make it different colors or anything like that. If you want to bring a tendril down this side, you certainly can. Just like that. Shade it in or color it in. Then you can go down here at the chin, and you want to indicate where his neck is. So I usually like to go right about where the cheek is here. and take a little line down like this, and then out like this, kind of to indicate his shoulder is starting out in this area. Now the more shading you do, the better it'll look, the more realistic it will look. So you can put some shading in under around the eyes like this. You can come down here and put, a lot of horses have veins that you can visibly see on their noses, so you can put kind of a little vein right here that sticks up. You can do another one. It's kind of like this, branches off. So those things make it look more realistic. And you can add some shading in here, down here in the neck, up here at the halter area if you'd like. Inside of the ears you can do a little extra shading, the hair. Any extra shading you do will just add detail and depth, because there's lots of shadows in the world. You can add extra hair if you'd like. You can come down here and add a little clip. Like we're leading the horse around by a rope. Little clips kind of look like this, and then you would attach it to a little rope, just like that. So that is our horse, and I thank you for watching.